Ragin Cajun coach Mike Desormeaux. Mike, it's great to be with you again. Year two, here with the Cajuns. What did you learn from year one?
You know, I think in year two things slow down a little bit. It's such a whirlwind in the very beginning. You know, you get named the coach. You're on the road the next day, recruiting, trying to put together a recruiting board, getting ready for New Orleans Bowl, and you know, there's just a lot of things. There's not a lot of time to reflect necessarily on the things that you want to do. In year two, you know, I think the thing that I've learned probably more than anything, and the things that, you know, I would wish I could take back, some of the changes that I felt like we needed to make for our team in the offseason and things like that, you know, I was a little hesitant to do that. And part of it's maybe making time to really evaluate it. Part of it is, you know, we felt so comfortable with the success that we had and the way we did it. But every team is different, you know, and you learn that and figure it out. And, you know, you just got to do it your way. And, you know, this year we've been able to do some things that are going to work better for this team. And, you know, that's your job as a coach, is to make those changes and do the things that you have to do to give your players a chance to go out there and play well.
Your quarterback situation, you got a lot of candidates. Ben Woolridge, Chandler Fields, you got Zion Chris, and you got a guy who, freshman coming in, Dewanya Winfield. So you got a lot of good candidates.
We do. You know, Ben was just cleared fully last week coming off the injury, so that's huge for us. You know, he was kind of the catalyst, I think, for our team kind of turning the corner a little bit in the middle of the year there and getting us on track. Chandler played great down the stretch, you know, when he had to go in and play. And Zion this spring benefited from those guys being out and being able to take all the reps this spring. So, you know, you've seen him grow and mature and develop. So you got those three guys that certainly have shown they can play well in games. And you know, Old Lunch is around here. He's a little bit of a legend. So we got very fortunate to get him. I am thrilled about him and his progression so far. You know, playing the position is difficult with all the ins and outs and nuances of it, but he's the right kid, man. He's got the ability that it takes, and he's the right type of kid. So we got a really good quarterback room. That's a heck of a luxury to have. And you know, I'm excited that Ben is back in the mix because, you know, truthfully, you tear your ACL in November, not a lot of guys can come back that quick. So it's a testament to him, how hard he's worked, our training staff and our team of doctors and physical therapists to get him in position to be able to go out there and get ready to roll.
Coach, your running back room, too, you lose Chris Smith, but you got a lot of good candidates there.
Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, when you lose that guy like Chris, you know, last year there was no doubt he was the guy and he was the one. And so everybody maybe takes a little bit of a back seat. And now when you remove that, you know, the other handful of guys that are in that room, they have to step it up and they have to compete every day. And there's no replacement for competition. There's no replacement for the kind of the urgency that it creates to show up every day and work. And yeah, I mean, we've got the four guys that went through spring are all options for us. They all have had their moments, but they're all very capable of being, you know, really effective backs and really good backs in this league.
6 and 7 last year, Coach, but 7 points kept you from being an 8 and 5 team. And boy, it goes to show, bouncing the ball makes a big difference.
Yeah, you know, I mean, for us the last 3 years, you know, the one possession games have been key. You know, we were 7-0 in one possession games in 21. You know, ultimately we're always going to be measured by wins and losses, and that's the nature of the game. We've got to do our job as coaches to fix some things, you know, score more points, score touchdowns in the red area, in 2-minute drill, you know, have calls and schemes that our kids can execute in 2-minute drill to finish games on defense. And then certainly you feel like the experience that all these guys got last year will play a part in them helping us finish and close games out. I mean, this league is getting better and better every year. So the margin of error is I mean, there's not a whole lot, you know. I mean, there's not much difference between the top and the bottom of this league. And, you know, you got to be a situation expert. You got to understand what's going on. And, you know, for us as coaches, we got to continue to put our guys in position to go out there and finish games out. Last
question, Coach. Your rabid fan base, you really have a lot of support, don't you?
We do. There's a lot of people that care a whole lot about Ragin Cajuns and Ragin Cajun football, and that's what makes it fun. You know, people talk about the expectations and things like that. Well, it's good to be in a place where you've got expectations. And you know, last year, no, it wasn't the end result that we wanted. I'm proud of a lot of the things that we did and some of the things we were able to accomplish, but make no mistake about it. I mean, our expectations are to get back to playing the way we want to play and playing in conference championships and winning those things.
Coach, continued success.
Thank you. Appreciate it.